Start in Sukhasana today, so easy seated pose. And just closing our eyes, finding an elongated spine here, really feeling into our sit bones in contact with the earth. Allow your shoulders to gently roll back and down, dropping away from the ears. And palms can rest on the knees, facing down or facing up. And just closing the eyes and taking a breath. A breath on this Monday. A breath to invite us into the space. Today we are continuing our Subtle Body series, and this is from the Subtle Body Oracle deck by Cyndi Dale. And this week we drew the Fire Element card. So this is about regeneration and transformation. It's also about our self-discipline, the core of our being, our internal fire, our passions and desires for life, what we are trying to build. So, this flame that we are kind of trying to stoke, it's also this place of our solar plexus. So, there's a lot going on here, but at the baseline, we're really talking about um, just kind of this flame, envisioning this flame throughout our practice. And in a minute, I will guide you through a little bit of imagery just to hold through your practice, to come back to. Uh, I want you right now to maybe just close your eyes and think of if there's something that's initially coming up for you, something that is really like exciting to you right now, something that's kind of lighting a fire in you. Is there anything that you are really passionate about? It could be a project, it could be a new idea, it could be a shift in something in your life, in your personal or in your work life, something that you are wanting to do in some capacity. So just thinking about that, what fire are you lighting from within right now? Tapping into that inner fire and focusing on the thought of unleashing this unlimited potential within you, something within you that is new and all of the possibilities exist. Fire also represents change. We're burning things away. So maybe there's something we're releasing, and we're open to embracing and welcoming growth as we ignite these flames of renewal within us. It can help us balance and channel energy, bringing balance to our mind, our body, and our spirit. As we think about cultivating strength and determination through our practice, this could be even the act of finding stillness in our practice today, of being able to sit in something that may be an uncomfortable pose, as long as it's not causing you any pain, a posture that maybe is more challenging to you, but being determined to be with this uncomfortable and to find stillness here, to embrace that. You'll feel the heat building in you as you do this, and this is referred to as tapas in yoga. So, in the ancient yogic texts, our 8 limbs of yoga come forward, and in one of those limbs are the niyamas, which are self disciplines, and tapas is one of those, and it has to do with self discipline in our personal lives and on the mat. So, something to think about there. So, our self discipline in our practice today. So, moving through to this brief meditation, just imagine coming to the breath and focusing our attention at our center, the center of your being. Imagine a flickering flame here, just flickering ever so slightly, maybe at our bellies here, at our solar plexus. In each breath that you take, you're feeding this fire within you. Each inhale drawing oxygen in, and that flame gets a little brighter. Maybe it's burning something away. Maybe it's creating heat within you. Now, as you exhale, imagine that heat and that light from that flame radiating outward in your being, within your physical body, with each breath. And you can carry this visualization with you throughout your practice today. Really thinking about coming to this flame, what this flame represents within you, what it's burning away, what you're currently devoted to, whatever's coming forward. We'll begin with just a few simple neck rolls here. So bringing the chin towards the chest. And inhale, drawing the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale, rolling down, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Moving back through center on the exhale. And to the right on the inhale. And then maybe coming all the way around. Just gentle neck rolls here, feeling into releasing any tension that we may be carrying from our day. Just a gentle release. Notice any places that feel tight or sticky, and maybe stop and pause there. Just inviting a deeper release. And coming back through center, bringing your right palm to the top of your left ear here, and just gently, not pulling, but drawing that right ear towards the right shoulder. Dropping the left shoulder down. Taking 3 deep breaths here. And exhale, release. Inhale, draw back up through center. This time bringing the left palm to the right ear and drawing that left ear down towards the left shoulder. Right shoulder drops. One more breath here. Exhale, release. Inhale, drawing back up through center. We'll move into some cat-cows. So just bring your blanket to your mat if you'd like to, if you want a little support for your knees. And we'll come through tabletop here. So bringing the knees stacked underneath the hips and the wrists stacked under the shoulders. And pressing into the earth here with our palms and the tops of our feet, or maybe tucking our toes under for support or stability. On the inhale, drawing the gaze up, draw the shoulder blades together, opening the heart center. Drop the belly and let the tailbone rise towards the sky. Exhale, press into the earth, round the spine. So if you're pushing away or pushing into the earth, anything that you're releasing. Inhale, gaze comes up, belly drops, tailbone rises. Exhale, round the spine. Move through a few of these at your own breath, your own pace. Coming back to a neutral spine, we'll move into dragon. So step or walk that right foot forward to meet the hands. And on the inhale, press through the sole of the right foot, maybe tucking those left toes and reaching up skyward, interlacing the fingers and placing them behind the right knee. Making any adjustments you need to here. Finding some alignment with your hips, maybe towards the front of the mat. Check in with your foot. Maybe you want to walk it out a little bit forward. Really pressing into the sole of that right foot and maybe lunging the hips forward here. Hips sinking a little more towards the earth. And we can come down to our blocks on either side, or bringing our hands to the inside of that right foot, really letting those hips release down towards the earth. Just thinking about any dense energies that may be within you, either stored in the hips or anywhere else in your body, just allowing that to release into the earth. You may feel a little bit of spicy here in the hips, in that left hip flexor, or maybe in the hamstring of your right leg. This is where our fire comes in. Seeing if we can stay with the sensations here as long as they aren't painful. If they are, you can back out a little, find where you can find some stillness. 5 more breaths here. On the next exhale, gently send the hips back. Right toes pointed towards the front of your mat, walking the hands back in a gentle half split. And hands in tabletop position, walk or step that right foot back. Maybe stretching that right leg out a little behind you before coming back to tabletop. And stepping or walking the left foot forward to meet the hands. And pressing into the sole of the left foot, releasing the hands, coming up, reaching upward, interlacing the fingers and placing them behind the left knee here. Gentle lunge forward. Finding your alignment. Or maybe coming down to those blocks. Or placing the hands on the inside of the left foot. Maybe walking the left foot out a little. And deepening into that lunge if that feels good to you. Finding your place of surrender. Feeling into those spicy places where that heat's going. Notice what your jaw is doing. I just noticed I was clenching my jaw. So maybe notice anywhere that you're holding tension that you don't need to be. 5 more breaths here. Next exhale, walk the hands back, send the hips back, little half split here, stretching into the left hamstring, and walking or stepping that left foot back. Bring your belly to the mat and come down to your forearms into Sphinx pose. So bringing the legs out long behind you. Elbows stacked under the shoulders. forearms pressing into the earth. Let go of any tension in the hips, the legs. Maybe shake them out a little. Just let them rest here. Draw the shoulder blades together. Open the heart center and press that belly into the earth. Gaze can come between the hands, or allow your head to hang heavy or come to a block. Your belly is pressed to the earth. See if you can envision that flame again, that flicker within you. As you breathe here in this space, connecting with the fire within, expanding outward on each exhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Maybe crossing the forearms and bringing your forehead to your forearms to rest. Bring the arms out to a T. And place the left palm under the left shoulder, and we'll press into the earth here and open up, coming into broken wing. So this may be just kind of staying in the middle and pressing into the earth, opening a little bit, or you can bring the left foot to the inside or outside of the right leg. But our right arm is stretched here outward to a T, and we're opening up the front of the right shoulder here. So a stretch in the front of the right shoulder. Head just rests on the earth. Breathing into the space. The opening here. And if you feel any unpleasant sensations here, like any pain or pulling, feel free to lower back down or slowly come to maybe just that first position, just having the arm out to a T. Take 3 more breaths here. And slowly bring the belly back to the earth. Both arms stacked at the top of your mat. Forehead rests on the forearms. Three breaths here. And arms come out to a T. Right hand under the right shoulder, pressing in, peel up off the earth, finding whatever position feels good to you, and also just keep the legs together here, feet, knees, hips in alignment. I find it a little more supportive, a little more of a stretch in my hip even, to have my knee upward here. But always find what feels right to you, what's best for your body, any given day. What's right for me or feels good to me may not feel right to you. So just tune in, all those little messages. Breathe into the space of the left shoulder, the front side. Sending the light from that flame there maybe to bring some warmth, to loosen up anything here. Our right palm pressed into the earth for support. Also an option to release that hand and bring it to your side, or bring the back of the right hand to the lower back. Another option. I like the support of having my arm here, my palm on the earth. Five more breaths here. Slowly unwind on the exhale, coming back through center. Pausing for a moment here. Hands under the shoulders, pressing back and coming into a seated position. Bringing our legs out in front of us. Just find some length in your spine here. And when you're ready, walking the hands out and letting the head hang heavy. We won't stay here too long. Just really giving the spine a little stretch here in the posterior chain, all the way from the soles of our feet through the back of our legs, up the spine, the neck to the crown of the head. Just a little pause. Inhale, walk the hands back. Bring the head up last. Roll the shoulders back. And we'll cross the right leg over the left, bending the knee and drawing the left ankle towards the right glute. Doesn't matter if your knees are stacked here or if they're like this. Just find where you feel most supported by the earth. So wherever you are, where your sit bones are rooted to the earth or planted in the earth, that's where you want to be. You can also leave this left leg long if you'd like. And finding a nice tall spine and dropping our shoulders down, lengthening the spine on the inhale. On the exhale, twisting to the right. So maybe just wrapping this left arm around that right knee and planting the right hand, fingertips towards the back of the room. Maybe you're just holding on to this knee here or just below it. And just looking towards that right shoulder. Finding a little twist here, really engaging that core, the center of our being, not flame, not fire, that place where we hold all of our power, all of this energy that is stored within our body. Tapping into our internal flame, our reservoir of strength here. And you can close the eyes if it feels safe to do so. Visualizing whatever it is that is igniting within you. Inhale, lengthen just a little more. Exhale, unwind. Shake the legs out. This time, crossing the left leg over the right. Bringing maybe that right ankle towards the left glute. Finding length in your spine once more. Shoulders dropping down. And on the inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting to the left now. Holding on wherever you'd like, looking over that left shoulder or towards the left shoulder. Really rooting the left hip down towards the earth. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, slowly unwind back to center. Unwind the legs. Point and flex the toes or shake the legs out. We can't have a fire practice without fire log pose. So bringing your legs to Sukhasana. You can stay here if you'd like. Just note which leg is in front and which leg is behind, because we'll be swapping to the opposite at the end. So if you would like to take fire log, bringing the left ankle stacked on top of the right knee, bringing the shins somewhat parallel. You can see I have really tight hips today, tons of space right here. So you can put a block, or if you're at home, you can place a pillow or a blanket there if you would like, just to kind of provide some support for that knee. You can also just allow gravity to pull that knee towards the earth. Find the length in your spine, drop the shoulders down. Oof, feel the spice in the hips. For me today, at least. I don't know about you. Envisioning that flame. Right now, that flame is at my hips. Each exhale, that light radiating through our bodies. Maybe the warmth of this flame is allowing these spaces to soften a little more, to release whatever energies are being held here. See if you can find, even in the spice, as long as it's not spicy pain, staying in this maybe discomfort or just a sensation. Maybe we don't even apply a label to it. Just noticing the sensations that are arising here in this posture. Maybe the stories like, when is this going to be done? When can I get out of it? Allowing ourselves to be still here in this. Three more breaths. And release. Maybe using our hands to release. So we're doing it nice and slow, being gentle with our bodies. Stretching the legs out. And moving to the opposite side. So if your left shin was in front and you're in that Sukhasana position, moving your right shin to being in front this time or vice versa. We'll be stacking our legs, bringing our right ankle to the top of the left knee, using any supports you'd like to close that little or large gap, and finding your place of stillness here in fire log. Notice if one side, maybe there was more of a gap than the other, or if they're about even. And no judgment or story, just noticing. Interesting. My left side or right side seems to be more bound up, maybe. Just noticing the differences between the days when we show up to our mat, the sides of our body. Always practicing non-judgment, but just taking stock of our practice, noticing where we are, where we want to be, why we want to be there. What story are we telling there? Five more breaths here. Release any props, unwinding. Make your way to laying down with your back on the mat. Starting with our legs out long here. Just pointing and flexing the toes. Maybe Maybe drawing the knees in towards the chest, giving them a little squeeze. And extending the left leg, but interlacing the fingers under the right knee or in the back of the right thigh. Just letting the sole of that left foot reach towards the back of the room. Pulling the right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, drawing the left knee in. Give them a little squeeze. And release the right leg out, right sole reaching towards the back of the room. Squeezing that left knee in. Inhale, draw the right knee back in. Little squeeze, maybe a little rock side to side. Giving our sacrum a little love here, a little attention. Bring the soles of the feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana, or supported reclined butterfly. You can bring your blocks nearby, drawing the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open, and place the blocks under the thighs if you'd like. You can also use a pillow or a blanket. Bring the hands to the rib cage or at your sides. If you opt to bring your hands to your rib cage, just noticing your fingertips here and how they meet at your center. Coming back to the intention you set for your practice or whatever flame you are igniting within you. Maybe just giving our center a little tap with our fingertips here before we find stillness. Release any props and find Shavasana. And your legs come out long, feet fall open, arms at your sides. Take up space. Let go of any shape of your breath. Allow yourself to be supported here. Letting go of any stories, any judgments. Just allow yourself to be, to rest, to hold space, to integrate all the things you've done today. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Gently awaken. You make some circles with the wrists and ankles. Take a big stretch if you'd like. And make your way to a seated position. And placing the hands over the heart. Take a moment to find gratitude towards yourself today for meeting yourself on the mat, connecting with this element of fire within you to stoke your internal flame, to see what's lighting up right now. You've carved out this time and this space to be here, to be present, to care for yourself in a way that cultivates growth and connection. Be with that feeling for a moment. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice of Yin Yoga, for coming together to practice in community. It is my greatest wish always that the benefit of this practice is carried with you throughout the rest of your evening, the rest of your week, and beyond. Satnam, may you align with your favorite version of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.